hear? Do you care if I care? Do you know what I know? Do we know what we share? Do you hear what I hear? Do you care if I care? Do you know what I know? Do we know what we share? You don't you?
From my ex, a dozen different things you wanna ask. We shut it all down, don't wanna feel two different hands on my body. Buying out a drink just for me. I'll keep the rhythm steady, rock with me. Let that sink in, I wanna rewrite my own destiny. We got the same mind, you got me so high. We've got the same mind, I love you all night. We got the same mind, got the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind.
Hi, what's up? Good evening, everyone. Alright, so let's take a look at the total crypto market cap here to get the night started. So there's been quite a bit of news coming out lately, and it's looking like Biden may soon be regulating crypto in the States, so we're probably going to be seeing quite a lot of market volatility in the near future here. So currently that's a pretty big indecision candle here on the total crypto market cap weekly chart. So the market's just trying to decide which direction we're going to trend here for the next little while. We do have the first day of bearish momentum for quite a little while here though, so that's not really looking that good. Stochastic's currently crossed bearish. And on the RSI, there is quite a lot of room to run to the downside if it does decide to dump further. Ideally, we really want to see this 1.51 trillion level hold. If that ends up, let's say we get a pullback and it comes down, you could just form a double bottom or potentially a triple bottom here. That would be looking great at that point. But I'm going to be keeping a real close eye on this level here to see if this holds or breaks. If it does break, it's not really looking that good, because that will also be a new monthly low. So it could be starting to look more rough at that point. So this is going to be a really key support level for the next couple of weeks, maybe even days, depending on how fast this all plays out. The 4 hour is looking alright. We're currently oversold, stochastic's cross bullish, and bearish momentum's getting weaker. So it's looking like it's attempting to hold this level for now. But the way that the daily's looking, I wouldn't really be surprised if it does end up pulling back a bit further here. And I do like the looks of this 1 hour as well. We do currently have some bullish divergence showing. Bullish momentum going on the MACD and the stochastics cross bullish. So maybe the 4 hour and the 1 hour could hold us up here, but the larger time frame's still not looking the best right now, so we're going to have to see how this plays out over the next few days. Alright, now let's see how Bitcoin's looking today. Still shows bearish momentum getting weaker on the weekly. Stochastic is currently cross bullish, but it's coiling up like it's attempting to decide which direction to go. And RSI is looking more like it's around the bearish control zone for now, but not too far off from neutral. And indecision going on right here on this candle for the weekly. Same thing as total crypto market cap. We have the first bit of bearish momentum on the MACD that we've seen in, let's see, looking like a little over 2 weeks roughly. So it's not really looking the best there. But same thing as total crypto market cap. We really want to see this previous little pullback level support hold. So let's say Bitcoin comes down. We could form a double or potentially even a triple bottom down at these levels. At that point, I would be liking the looks of this much more. But I will be keeping a very close eye on this support level to see if this holds or breaks. Yeah, stochastic is currently pretty obviously bearish here, and there is quite a lot of room on the RSI if it does decide to pull back further. So this is going to be a key couple of days to maybe 2-3 weeks, so we can see what's really going to happen for the crypto market. 4 hour bearish momentum's getting weaker, stochastics crossed bullish, RSI is oversold, and I'm liking the looks of this wick down here to the fib level. And it's tempting to round out here. And on Bitcoin, we also have 1 hour bullish divergence showing, stochastics crossed bullish, and the bullish momentum's growing. Going to wait for more information to develop for the bullish case here, but as for the bearish scenario, as long as the support level holds, it's still looking great for the total crypto market cap to get another rally this cycle, and Bitcoin. I am liking the looks of this bullish divergence currently, though. That is nice. So the 1 hour is a lot less significant of a time frame, but if this does end up holding up, the larger time frames could then be looking better at that point. It's not looking like that wants to work here. So the candles are just in a little downtrend here, but the RSI forms a low and a higher low. So that would be a divergence right there, which at this current fib level, the way that it wicked down and it's attempting to reverse here, maybe the smaller time frames will hold up and bring the larger time frames back around, but we're going to have to see how the information develops here in the coming days. Alright, now let's see how Ethereum's looking tonight. Indecision candle here on the weekly. Looking like the RSI is more around the bearish control zone here. Stochastic's coiling up. Attempting to cross bearish, but it's coiling, so it could bounce or cross. MACD does show the bears losing momentum still on the weekly. The daily for Ethereum, we do not have bearish momentum building yet, so it's looking better than Bitcoin and the total crypto market cap for that aspect. Stochastic is very clearly bearish currently though, and the RSI is looking like we're in that bearish control zone there. And the candles are bearishly engulfing for now. Uh, 4 hour I am liking the looks of a bit more. Looking like it's attempting to form a support off of this high we've seen here. The RSI is oversold, Stochastic's crossed bullish, and bears are losing momentum on the MACD. And we do also have some 1 hour bullish divergence present on Ethereum as well. Bullish engulfing candle, Stochastic's cross bullish, and tiny bit of bullish momentum here beginning to build. So Ethereum's looking alright. If the total crypto market cap ends up holding up, I think Ethereum's more than likely going to be ready to cut and bounce to the upside. But pretty well everything's going to depend on the total crypto market cap in Bitcoin. If we do see a further pullback, same thing as Bitcoin and total crypto market cap, we really want to see these recent lows right here hold so that we don't form a new low on the monthly. Currently higher low, just consecutive higher highs, higher low, higher low. So we're looking fine for now, but we really want to see the support level hold. Alright, now let's see how XRP's looking tonight. Bearish momentum losing strength on the weekly. Very clear bullish cross. RSI is actually looking more bullish than bearish on the weekly for XRP. I'm liking the way that Stochastic's coiling up on the daily. It's looking like it may be attempting to cross bullish. And the RSI is more around the bullish control zone currently. So XRP is probably the nicest looking asset so far today. And no daily bearish momentum building yet, but the bulls are losing momentum for now. Bears losing momentum on the 4 hour, Stochastic's crossed bullish. And RSI is kind of attempting to get to the neutral zone, and we have a slight bullish engulfing candle there. And I'm really liking the looks of this 1 hour. Bullish momentum growing, Stochastic's bullish. We do also have some bullish divergence here on the 1 hour as well. Yeah, XRP is looking pretty nice right now. if the total crypto market cap holds up and we end up running again, I think this is likely going to be one of the nicest running assets. Alright, so the weekly shows bears losing momentum, stochastics coiling up. RSI is not really looking the best on the weekly for Doge, but we're currently so oversold on this asset that we're just at a phenomenal accumulation zone currently, under the fib levels right now. So for everything I've talked about so far today, this is my favorite accumulation asset, so this is what I'm accumulating the most of currently. On the daily, we did just have some really nice bullish divergence right here. Stochastics coiling up like it's attempting to cross bullish. We do have bearish momentum building. It's looking like we do have a pretty solid support level here around 13.5 cents roughly on Doge. And we also have some 4-hour bullish divergence right now on Doge, so that's very significant. Stochastics crossed bullish, MACD shows bears losing momentum. Not that much action going on the candles yet for the 4-hour. And I am also really liking the looks of the RSI right now on the 1-hour. Not sure why it's not showing the full picture here, but it's looking like we do have some nice bullish divergence by the looks of it there. MACD is both are gaining momentum, stochastics cross bullish, and we are attempting to bullishly engulf. Yeah, the risk-reward ratio on this asset is currently phenomenal. The previous all-time high is just shy of 75 cents, and we're currently at 14.44 cents. So we're looking at pretty close to a 5x from previous all-time highs, but if we do get one final rally on crypto to end this cycle, I wouldn't be surprised at all if we see $1.50 plus on Doge, so that would be a 10x from where we are now. And this is the only asset I've talked about today where we're literally under the fib levels. So I start to accumulate an asset I'm bullish on once we get under the 618. Start to really pick up once we get to the 786, but below the 1, I've been accumulating this asset very heavily just because of where we are on the fib level here currently. If we do get one final rally for the cycle, this is probably one of the best risk-reward assets that's likely to run. Anything that you guys want me to check out for you tonight? Alright, so let's see how the Dow Jones is holding up so far. Weekly bearish momentum still building on the MACD. Bearish cross on the stochastic. RSI is not really looking the greatest, like we're attempting to get around that bearish control zone again. And there's lots of room for this to pull back if it does decide to dump further. Candle's looking alright for now, but we do see a bit of bearish engulfing there. Daily's not looking great either. Stochastics crossed bearish. MACD shows bears gaining momentum. RSI is not really looking great, and still lots of room for that to dump if it wants to. And the candle is currently bearishly engulfing here on the daily. Bearish momentum growing on the MACD, bearish cross on the stochastic. The 4-hour is currently quite oversold on the RSI, but we do also have bearish engulfing on the candle still currently. We're going to have to wait and see how this plays out over the next day or two, but it's potentially that we'll see some 4-hour bullish divergence building here. 1 hour's kind of just showing consolidation. Bears losing a bit of momentum. Stochastics cross bearish. RSI is pretty close to oversold, and the candles are just consolidating here. So for Dow Jones, I'm probably just going to wait to see if we get any 4-hour bullish divergence building on the 4-hour over the next 2-3 days. And if we do get some bullish divergence, maybe it'll start to be looking nicer at that point. But currently, I'm really not liking the looks of the Dow Jones that much right now. Alright, so the Nasdaq. Very strong bearish momentum right here on the weekly. Stochastics cross bearish. RSI is in the bearish control zone and looking like there's still quite a lot of room to go to the downside if it wants to dump further. And on the weekly, we are attempting to bearishly engulf below this candle here, so that's not looking nice at all. And the daily's not looking much better either. We were just quite oversold on the RSI, but we got up pretty close to neutral, and it's looking like it's attempting to fall further. And stochastics crossed bearish, bulls losing momentum, and pretty clear bearish engulfing candle there. 4-hour MACD shows bears gaining momentum still, bearish cross on the stochastic. RSI is currently oversold. And same thing as the Dow Jones. If we do see this level hold here, we could see some bullish divergence building on the 4-hour, which at that point it will be looking a bit nicer for both the Nasdaq and Dow Jones. So I'm going to have to wait to see over the next probably 2-3 market days to see how this plays out and if that holds up. And then we'll have a bit more information to go by at that point. And 1 hour, bears losing momentum, bearish cross on the stochastic. RSI is not really looking great, but we are just slightly oversold right now. And I'm seeing some consolidation going on right here on the candle, so just showing like it's tempting to decide which direction to really go. So we'll be coming back to both the Dow Jones and Nasdaq in the next few days just to see how the RSI plays out and if we get some bullish divergence building or not, and then we'll have a better idea on what's more likely to happen over the next few days and weeks. Alright, so VVS. Not much going on the indicators since there's not information available since this is a newer asset. Daily, not really looking great on the MACD. Bearish momentum's starting after, let's see, oof. Last time we seen some bearish momentum on this asset was December 24th, so that's been quite a while. Stochastics crossed bearish. RSI is more around that bearish control zone, but it's flattening out. And the candles are just showing indecision right now currently. MACD on the 4-hour shows bears losing momentum, stochastics coiling up. RSI is just slightly above oversold, and we were just oversold on it. And same thing with the daily. I just see some consolidation here on the 4-hour, like it's really deciding what it wants to do next. Same thing with the 1-hour, consolidation on the candles. We were just quite oversold right here on the RSI. Stochastic could very easily get a bullish cross, which would be looking nicer. And the MACD is kind of just looking neutral right here. Yeah, by the looks of this asset, if total crypto market cap ends up running and we get a nice bounce, I think this is very likely going to run. But if we do end up getting another pullback on total crypto market cap, I wouldn't be surprised if we see these 0.000238 around that level there. Or potentially even, yeah, maybe 0.000025. Yeah, if this asset does end up getting more pullback, I'm just going to be accumulating more, but honestly, this is a very great risk-reward ratio on this asset currently. On the fib levels, we're currently under the 786, so this is where I typically like to really accumulate my assets heavily if I'm bullish on it, which this is one asset that I'm very, very bullish on. This is my favorite DeFi 1.0 project. VVS would be a coin created by Kronos chain, which is Crypto.com's DeFi chain. So that would be why I'm so bullish on this project personally. It's Kronos' version of Cake, which would be a DeFi 1.0 coin on Binance Smart Chain. Stochastic on the 1 hour just got a slight bullish cross, and it's looking like bullish momentum's attempting to build on the 1 hour. I also do like the looks of the RSI currently. Yeah, smaller time frames looks like it is attempting to hold up, but going to have to see how this daily plays out here, as the stochastic's not looking great, and we do have the first bit of bearish momentum in quite a long time here. Anything that you guys want me to check out tonight? Alright, gold. Bullish momentum growing, stochastics cross bullish, RSIs look very nice with more room to run to the upside here. And we are currently bullishly engulfing here and got a pretty clean break above the fib level, which was important. So ideally we want to see gold form a high above 1917, and if we get a higher low above this fib level here, I will be absolutely loving the looks of gold for a new all-time high rally. The daily RSI, we are overbought currently, but we did form a high above this previous one here, so that's looking nice. Stochastic is still bullish, and bullish momentum is still growing on the MACD. Four-hour bullish momentum's getting a bit weaker. Stochastic is bullish, but we're up above the 80, so it wouldn't really surprise me if it did attempt to cross bearish. And we do have some bearish divergence right here on the RSI. So you can see the candles are trending up, but the RSI goes from a high to a lower high, so that would be a bearish divergence right there. So I wouldn't really be surprised by the looks of how overbought we are and the bearish divergence if we do get a slight pullback, or at the very least consolidation. On the 1 hour, there is still quite a nice bit of room if it does attempt to make one final rally there. which that could put us above the level that we want to see. And the bearish momentum's getting weaker and stochastics cross bullish, so maybe it will make an attempt at that. Yeah, gold's looking really nice though, like it does want to make an attempt for new all-time highs, which if gold goes for a new all-time high rally with the current inflationary environment that we're seeing in world events, I wouldn't be surprised at all if we see $3,000 to $5,000 an ounce gold. Alright, so silver. We just had a very nice double bottom, beautiful support level there. RSI is around the neutral zone, stochastics cross bullish, and bullish momentum is currently growing here. Yeah, what's good, Louie? Hope you're having a good night tonight. Bullish momentum's growing, stochastics bullish. Really liking the looks of this RSI. We're in the bullish control zone on silver. And it's looking like we're doing pretty consistent higher highs and higher lows. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And it's looking like it's attempting to form one more higher high, which could put us above right here. So for gold, or for silver, if we form a high above 25.55665, and a higher low above the fib level, which would be at 24.305. Going to really be liking the looks of silver, and the silver chart is at a better risk reward ratio than gold is currently. We're just down around the 618, meanwhile gold is above the 236. So silver's looking like a nicer accumulation currently if we do get a nice rally on silver. Which I wouldn't really be surprised if we get a beautiful rally on silver either, and new all-time highs, especially if gold decides to do an all-time high run. Alright, so for Thor, daily shows bear still losing momentum on the MACD. The stochastic is crossed bearish. And the RSI is kind of just flattening out here. And I just see a lot of consolidation going on right here on the candles, attempting to decide which direction to go. If we do pull back further on Thor, I wouldn't be surprised if we get down to the 18.169 level. 4-hour RSI is pretty close to oversold. Stochastics coiling up like it's attempting to cross bullish, and kind of just looking neutral here on the MACD. We do have some nice 1-hour bullish divergence right here. Stochastics crossed bullish, and still looking pretty neutral here on the MACD. So maybe this low we're at right here will end up holding, but I wouldn't really be surprised if this goes either direction personally. Alright, so let's see how Casper Labs is looking today. Looking pretty neutral here on the MACD. Stochastics looking pretty bearish. And the RSI is looking like we're around that bearish control zone, so. And got a bit of bearish engulfing going on here on the candles. Wouldn't really be surprised if we do see a bit further pullback. If we pull back further, Probably looking at about 0.065 roughly for a nice support level. Stochastics coiling up. MACD shows bears currently losing a bit of momentum. Just some consolidation going on here on the candles. The 1 hour is looking a little bit better. Looking like the bulls are gaining a tiny bit of momentum. Stochastics crossed bullish. And the RSI is getting up around that neutral zone. And I just see consolidation going on here really on the candles. Yeah, currently this is looking a bit more bearish than bullish to me. But same thing with most of the assets we're looking at for crypto. It all depends on what happens with the total crypto market cap in Bitcoin. If we do see a bit further pullback, I wouldn't be surprised at all if this decides to dump a bit further. Yeah, if there's nothing you guys want me to check out tonight, I'll probably look at one more chart and call it a night after this. So weekly, stochastics coiling up. RSI is currently looking a bit more bearish than bullish. Yeah, bearish control zone, kind of pointing down. Just see consolidation going on the candles right now. Daily bearish momentum's building for the first time in a while. Stochastics crossed bearish, RSI's in the bearish control zone, and some bearish engulfing candles. And the 4 hours looking so-so. Slight bearish momentum getting weaker. Stochastic is crossed bearish but coiling up, and the RSI is slightly oversold, but the candles are still attempting to bearishly engulf right now. So if we pull back further on Quant, that's looking like we already got a triple bottom right here, but maybe it'll pull back and will form almost like a quad bottom right here, which that would be looking very, very bullish at that point. Especially if we see some bullish divergence beginning to form at that point, but we'll have to see how it looks in a couple of days. No bullish divergence yet. The 1 hour, tiny bit of bullish momentum growing in stochastics cross bullish. RSI is kind of attempting to come back around. And the candles are just looking like consolidation right now. So this is looking more bearish than bullish to me currently. Alright, so for Alliance block, bearish momentum getting weaker on the MACD, stochastic still crossed bearish but kind of coiling up. RSI still got a bit more room to go to the downside if it wants to, and we do have bearish engulfing candles going on right here on the weekly. Bearish engulfing on the daily, RSI is slightly oversold, and it's looking like the bulls are still losing momentum though. Stochastic's coiling up like it's attempting to decide what to do. So if we do hold this level, we will see some 4 hour bullish divergence develop. But honestly, it wouldn't really surprise me if it does pull back a bit further and we just get another low on the RSI. Bearish momentum's building. Stochastics crossed bullish, but the other signs aren't really looking that great right now. Bearish momentum building on the 1 hour, stochastics coiling up. RSI is quite oversold, but still not looking great, and bearishly engulfing on the weekly. So this is looking bearish to me right now. So if we do end up pulling back a bit further, 25 cents roughly is looking like a pretty strong support, and if it goes further than that, it's looking at about 16 cents here. Alright, so for power, bearish momentum's getting slightly weaker, stochastic's kind of coiling up, but still looking bearish. Does have room to keep on dropping on the RSI if it decides to do that. And we just had some pretty significant bearish engulfing candles here, but it's looking like there's a nice support level right here around $15. Let's take a look at the other time frames. 4 hours currently quite oversold. Candles just showing consolidation. A little bit of bearish momentum getting weaker, and stochastic is bullish but coiled. Yeah, I just see consolidation going on the 1 hour as well. Yeah, power's kind of not looking that great right now either. I wouldn't be surprised if this does end up pulling back further as well. Alright, well I'm going to call it a night everyone. Talk to you all tomorrow, and I hope you have a great night.